Hello, I'm back in my Christmas jumper, and today we are going to use our no cook Play-Doh recipe from week 1. And what we're going to do is we're going to add a few bits and we're going to make it into the Grinch Play-Doh. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to follow the same recipes. I've got my big bowl ready. So what you need is you need your salt, you need your oil, you need your flour, your cream of tartar, and some measuring jugs. And again, if you're using cups, just use the cup for the same thing. So we're going to do the same as last time. So we're going to do 1.5 cups of flour. One, and this is my wee half cup. So 1.5 cups of flour. Put the flour over here. We're doing 1/2 cup of salt. So we'll just pour this in. Again, being careful to do our measuring. Pouring it in carefully so it doesn't spill everywhere. But if you've got a nice big bowl, even if you do spill it, it should go into the bowl. There we go. And how did you get on with making the Play-Doh the last time? Did it last a few days? Oh, again, I've got salt in my mouth. Okay, 2 tablespoons. So I've got my tablespoon here. Oh, there's my tablespoon. 2 tablespoons of cream of tartar. There's my tablespoon. And I've got 1, 2. It's great for counting. Tiny wee bit there because it was a wee bit stuck. 2 cream of tartar. 2 vegetable oil. Now if you've got food colouring, this is a good time to put your food colouring in, but because I don't, I always use my paint, but if you've got food colouring, put it in now. And then we're going to put in, remember the last time I made it a wee bit runny, so I'm just going to put in 1 cup and see how it goes, okay? Now, this is boiling water, boys and girls, so get Mummy to do this wee bit, and get her to mix it all up. And every recipe is slightly different, so I am going to need a wee bit more. So I'm just going to pop a wee bit more in here. That gives us what we need. There we go, I think that's us now. We don't want it too runny, but we also don't want it too dry. Right, so I'm going to get my hands in here now. It's very burny because of the boiling water, so get Mummy to do this next wee bit. I'm just going to pull up my sleeve so I can get my hand in. And it's lovely and warm. It feels lovely and warm. And so we're just going to knead this until it's well moved together. And it's not. If you find it's too sticky, add a tiny wee bit more flour. If it's not sticky enough, add a tiny wee bit more water. Or even if you feel that you haven't put enough oil in, like a tiny, tiny wee bit more oil. So there's mine already. So what I'm going to do to turn this into Grinch Play-Doh, I'm going to make a big hole in it. I'm going to open up my paint. Now, when you're opening up the paints like me, they're all new. So they've got cellophane on them, so you have to be careful, very carefully, because the last time I did this I got it everywhere. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pour some paint into the middle, and then I'm going to work it through. You can see the paint starting to come through now. Again, this might make it a wee bit wetter, so you may have to add a wee bit more flour. I think I'm going to be okay. I'll just keep kneading it now until we've got it a nice green colour. And so that my Grinch Play-Doh is really Christmassy, I'm going to add some green glitter. Now, if you've only got the gold glitter, add your gold glitter, because that is just as good. But if you have the wee tubs of sparkly glitter, then adding the green will give it another sparkle. So while I'm still kneading this in, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add my green. And there's my green there. Oh, my hands are all slippery with the oil. So I'm just going to pour this entire one in, just like that. And then I'm going to work it through to make it really sparkly. And this is a great present to give your wee friends. Right. Oh, here it comes. There's a big glittery bit in the middle. Oh, it's hard work. Let's build up all our muscles for Christmas time. Now, if you want your Play-Doh darker, just add more paint. And just do it nice and gently. And again, if when you add more paint, it's too wet, just add more flour. Oh, I'm really getting a muscle workout today. Right, boys and girls, what I'm going to do is, remember we talked about maybe using this as Christmas presents. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a big ball, I'm going to roll it, and can you see it's all lovely and sparkly? It's all sparkling and green. And in one of the Polly Pockets you'll find wee bags like this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop my Play-Doh in like that. Now you might want to push it down to make it look more fun. Push it all the way down. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a wee bit of my ribbon. In my bag. Oh, I'm making a lot of noise, haven't I? A wee bit of ribbon. There we go. And I'm going to use my scissors. And I'm going to cut a wee bit. And then inside my wee bag here is a wee sign saying Grinch Play-Doh. So get Mummy to do this, but I'm going to just pop a wee hole just here in that using the sharp end of the scissors. You see? And then I'm just going to post my wee bit of ribbon through. It's a bit footery, but you guys I know will be able to do this. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to tie it around my Play-Doh. So this, because it's in the cellophane wrap, it will keep it nice and wet like that. I'm going to pop a wee bow in mine. And I'm just going to cut off the extra. And there is a lovely wee Christmas present for some of my friends. Now you can put to whoever you're sending it to and from your own name. But look at that. Isn't that a fabulous wee Christmas present? Now, obviously we're not going to give it all away, but if we do, we can make another batch. But what I'm going to do is I am going to try and make the Grinch. Now he's got a big long face, and I'm going to give him 2 eyes, 1, 2, and his wee nose and his kind of smile. Now I'm going to give him a wee hat. Let me see if I pop him there. You can still see him. Now the Grinch has a big long hat, so it's kind of flat at the top and then it kind of comes over like that. So I'm going to give him his hat. There we go. Can you see him? Does he look like the Grinch? I'm not so sure. Oh, his face is going all funny. And then you can give him a big body as well. Although he's got a really skinny body, doesn't he? He's got a really skinny body. And there we go. So he nearly looks a bit like a snowman, like my creative. I'm sure you're far more creative than me. But there we go. That's our Grinch Play-Doh that we can play with. And we can always send out to our friends as wee gifts. Magic! So I hope you enjoyed making that, and I hope you spend lots more time. Now when you're finished with the Play-Doh, playing with it today, remember to put it in a sealed container and it'll keep it nice and soft. And use your Play-Doh mats from week 1, and you can carry on making different things. But that is our Grinch Play-Doh, and that's us for today. So I will see you soon. Have a good one, and bye. Enjoy Play-Dohing.